In honor of Darvel's upcoming series Ironheart, we're going to ignore it completely and do a video on Iron Man instead. Specifically, the very first live-action film all the way back in 2008. The forefather of what we now know as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How close to the source material was it? And more importantly, was it actually that good? Welcome back to They Call Me Uncle. Iron Man made his debut in Tales of Suspense 39 in March '63, opening with Tony Stark demoing his latest tech for the military and living his best bachelor, playboy, arms dealer, scientist, millionaire life. The main villain, Wong Chu, is updated from South Vietnam in '63 to generic Middle Eastern terror group in 2008. While still out in the field, Tony is caught by a booby trap that plunges shrapnel dangerously close to his heart. Captured by Wong Chu, Tony is forced to build the group a weapon alongside fellow captive Yinsen. Tony Stark does indeed build a weapon, more or less, but in the form of a high-tech suit of armor he intends to use for his escape. Yinsen sacrifices himself to buy time for the armor to charge. And when it does, oh boy. It flies, it's super strong, it's bulletproof, it's bullet repellent, which is just redundant when you're already bulletproof, but that's just me. It hacks electronics, there's a tiny buzzsaw, a flamethrower, and most mind-blowingly of all, suction cups. All of which come in handy to make good Stark's escape and leave Wong Chu to a violent, explosive death. Iron Man 2008 scores 25 out of 30 plot points. So very close to the source material, but was it any good? Yeah, you could say that. 3.99 out of 5. Ranking it second in the superhero genre, third overall, but possibly number one in our sentimental little hearts. You have to remember Marvel's circumstances prior to Iron Man. Marvel movies started out as made-for-TV projects with varying levels of shit. Captain America and Doctor Strange had their shots. Nick Fury and Punisher had their moments of cheese but didn't cut it. And made a pun. Fantastic Four struck out so hard there's an objectively good documentary about it. Come this century, there were plenty of Marvel films with a real budget like Blade, Raimi's Spider-Man, Ang Lee's Hulk, Daredevil, and X-Men, but these were piecemeal efforts. Nothing like the sprawling, interconnected universe says that is the current MCU.
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty good, but it's taken.
Iron Man's biggest contribution to celluloid at that point was the Invincible Iron Man. 15 out of 30 and a 2.94 for those of you keeping score at home. Boring story, lazy 3D animation. It remixes Iron Man's origins, but the only other memorable thing about it is it came out the year before the Downey flick. At the time, Robert Downey Jr. was the dictionary entry for C-lister, but Jon Favreau chose him for that exact reason. A son of privilege whose best and worst moments are in the public spotlight. What made him an unlikely pick for Iron Man made him the only pick for Iron Man. Through ups, downs, and the enormity of the MCU that followed, nobody can ever take that from the little movie that could. Iron Man.